It's been the most controversial season of Big Brother ever. And tonight, this epic 90-day social experiment comes to an end as either Andy, Spencer, or Gina Marie walk out that door $500,000 richer. Welcome to the live season finale of Big Brother.
Previously on Big Brother. For most of the summer, Amanda and Helen dominated the game.
I have a hand in pretty much every single person who has been evicted.
And they helped orchestrate some of the summer's biggest evictions.
Nick, Jeremy, Caitlin, Howard, Candace, Jesse, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
That was so humongous.
But when the time came to turn on each other,
The first opportunity that we have to take care of Helen.
Yeah. I put up Amanda and McCrae. We have to strike before they strike.
Amanda drew first blood.
Helen, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Feeling untouchable, no one was safe from Amanda's wrath.
What? Who do you have? No one! You yelling in my face?
What's up?
You yelling in my face?
What up?
Until a group of outsiders banded together to take her down.
The exterminators. Get rid of rats and snakes.
Amanda and McCrae have been running things in this game for way too long. Get your war paint on, bitches.
I like that.
So first, they took out one of Amanda's biggest allies.
Aaron, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Then the Queen Bee herself.
Amanda, get to stepping.
And after Alyssa was evicted,
Alyssa, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
only one obstacle remained.
We all want McCrae out this week.
I've nominated you, McCrae, and you, Gina Marie, for eviction this week.
When McCrae saved himself,
McCrae, you have won the golden power of veto.
Thank you very much, Ian.
one exterminator had to be sacrificed.
Judd, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
But after Andy won head of household and veto, their final obstacle was exterminated.
McCrae, I'm sorry. I choose to evict you.
With only Andy, Spencer, and Gina Marie remaining,
Congratulations, boys.
the stage was set for the exterminators to go to war in the final three-part head of household competition. Now, after a summer of outrageous behavior,
God, I'm good looking.
crazy twists,
There will be 3 nominees.
It is game on.
America is going to be voting for the MVP that's playing the best game.
That changes the game completely.
romance,
I'm totally feeling you.
I wanted to give you a hug.
Oh, word.
Right? Birdie.
tears,
Sorry, I don't want to cry.
Please.
We made it so much further than any other couple.
and epic battles.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
You want to step to somebody with a big mouth? Go right ahead. Keep my name out your mouth. You're a bitch. Holy crap!
Shut up, Amanda.
There's no way it fits.
It all comes down to this. Who will become the final head of household? And who will make it to the final 2? 13 house guests have departed, and tonight, 9 must make a difficult decision. Who will be crowned the winner of Big Brother and walk away with the $500,000 prize? And who did America vote as their favorite house guest? Find out tonight, live on the 90-minute season finale of Big Brother.
To the exterminators! Yeah!
To the live season finale of Big Brother. Before the night is through, either Andy, Spencer, or Gina Marie will be crowned the winner of Big Brother. But only 2 of them will face the jury tonight for the chance to win the $500,000 grand prize. And who those 2 are depends on who becomes the last head of household of the summer. This final HOH will be determined shortly, and the winner will cast the sole vote to evict live tonight. The evicted house guests will immediately exit the house and take their seat as the 9th member of the jury. The jury will then interrogate the finalists before casting their votes for the winner. But first, when we last left Andy, Spencer, and Gina Marie, they were spinning their wheels in part 1 of the final head of household competition of the summer.
This is part 1 of the final HOH, and it's really simple. Whoever is able to hold on to their bar and stay skating the longest will win and automatically advance to part 3.
This is a Disco Inferno!
The stakes for me in this competition could not be higher. If I can kill this thing, I can rest easy until finale night when I can go straight into part 3. And the great thing about winning that final HOH is then you'd get to pick who sits next to you in the final 2.
Making it to the final 3 with the exterminators is great. But at this point in the game, alliances don't matter. It's everyone for themselves.
Let's pick up the pace.
Oh God, here I go. I'm going along. Boom, I hit a cone. I'm in the air. My legs are flailing around. I'm twisting and turning. It's like Cirque du Spencer.
I'm like, Spencer, you're not supposed to be going backwards, buddy.
I'm trying everything I can to not let go of this thing.
Got it, Spence. Cut it off.
Oh, man down!
Next thing I know, I'm on my ass.
Sorry, Spencer, you're out.
So this sucks. I'm out of this thing. Now all I can do is sit and watch and see who I'm going to fight for my life against in the second round of this final HOH.
Good job, buddy. Good job. I think you like you better than a tutu, Spencer.
I'm nervous because Gina Marie is an endurance beast in this house. I definitely know that I have to like suck it up and harness my inner strength for this one.
Whoa, you're burning up the dance floor. It's time to cool things down.
Oh, fantastic. Are you kidding? Whoop. You know, those freaking bubbles didn't help.
All of a sudden, before I know it, I am going backwards. And so in my head, I'm just like, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Like, oh, God. Whoop. Oh, my God. Whoop.
It's time for a full
Oh, my God.
party.
Whoop. Whoop.
I'm looking at Andy. He's all over the place. He's backwards, he's upside down, he's spinning, he's losing control. He's making weird sound effects.
Whoop. 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 Whoop.
I just gotta hold on a little longer.
Whoop.
Hold on, guys.
Whoop.
Good job, Andy.
I was struggling, but now I've got my act together and I'm facing forward again. And I look over and see that Gina Marie is also struggling, and so if she has one slip, I can win this and I instantly go to the third part of the HOH.
It's okay, Andy.
Good job, Andy. All right, buddy?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gina Marie. You have won part 1 of the HOH competition and will advance to part 3.
Good job, GM.
Wow, bro.
Glitter
Oh
ball!
my God, it's glitter! Oh my God, I win. I don't have to worry about winning part 2. I'm going straight to round 3. I'm one step closer to that 500,000, baby. Woo! Boom!
I think I swallowed glitter.
That slip of mine could have been a $500,000 slip, and now I know that I have to beat Spencer in part 2 because I don't want my fate determined by one of the other 2 players taking me to the end.
Knowing I've got to face Andy, I'm gonna have to give it everything I've got. If I can get to the third and final round of this HOH, I'll be able to control my own destiny.
Up next, they fought side by side the entire summer. Now, Andy and Spencer must face off in part 2 of the final HOH competition of the season. Then, former Big Brother winner Dr. Will Kirby grills the jury as they gather to debate the merits of the final 3. Join the conversation right now. Stay with us. Welcome back to the season finale of Big Brother. Gina Marie has already won part 1 of the final head of household competition. It's now time for Andy and Spencer to put it all on the line in part 2. The winner of this round will move on to compete against Gina Marie later tonight for the title of HOH.
Oh my God. I walk outside and I see a treasure chest, I see fish, I see a giant octopus, and I know instantly that I am at the bottom of the ocean. It kind of feels like I'm the Little Mermaid. Welcome to part 2 of the final head of household competition. Win this and you'll be cruising on to part 3. To start the game, jump from the ship and head down to the ocean floor. Search through the Krabby X house guests. Your goal is to find all of the house guests that were evicted this summer and place them in the order they left the house. Then shut the treasure chest to lock in your time. If you're incorrect, you'll have to try again. The house guest with the fastest time will earn the right to battle Gina Marie in the final head of household competition of the summer. Get ready to play Crab Grab. The stakes have never been higher for me in a competition. I'm an educator, and so I don't make that much. I do my job because I love it. If I won the $500,000, it would radically change my life. I'm looking through the crabs, and all I want to see are house guest faces, and I'm finding stupid, pointless crabs like the Zingbot Baby and Super Ian. Who cares about Super Ian? I'm tangled. Oh my God, this competition is so hard. My arms are sore, my hands are sore, my knees are sore, my brain is sore. Everything is hurting. Damn it. But I keep reminding myself whenever I want to stop that $500,000 is on the line, and I might be tired now, but I'm not tired enough to stop trying. I am down to the end. All I need is Candace's crab, and it is nowhere to be found.
What the hell? Oh my God.
Finally, after 19 years of searching for Candace's crab, I am able to find it, and I am so happy.
I got it wrong, damn.
I look at the wall, and I've messed up Aaron and Helen. Like, what is wrong with me? This is a timed competition. I do not have the time to make mistakes. And what do? Make a mistake.
I want to be the one making the decisions. I don't want to depend on anybody else. All I know is if I can win this, I'm one step closer to the final round of this HOH competition, which puts me one step closer to the money. First, I'm going to dig through the sand to find all these crabby house guests. I toss them to the base of the wall. Once I've got everything located, I'm going to start my climbing. trying to climb this damn wall, and it is killing me. I'm sweating up there like a pig. I don't have any energy left. I know what order these house guests have got to get up there. I just don't know if I can do it. So I'm standing there at the base of that wall and I'm looking up this thing, and I start thinking about my brothers. I start thinking about my girlfriend, and I start thinking about my life after winning this money, and I've got to do it. I've got to not let anybody down back home. I can do it. I'll find the strength, and I start climbing that wall again. I thought that this was the hardest competition in the beginning, but I dug deep, I found a little inspiration. 2 more, baby! I tweaked my technique a bit, and this back half, baby, I'm flying through it.
It's time to find out who won part 2 of the final HOH competition. So, Andy, let's see how you did. 21 minutes and 54 seconds. Spencer, in order to win, you need to beat the time of 21 minutes and 54 seconds. 36 minutes and 11 seconds. Congratulations, Andy. You win part 2 of the HOH competition.
I win! And oh my God, I could not even begin to describe how ecstatic I am. This is something I needed to do, and I did it.
Good job, man. Good job. Wow.
I've lost, and this is horrible. Right now, the only thing I can do is hope that Andy and Gina Marie both realize that they will have a much harder time beating one another in the finals, and if they want to win it, they got to take me.
So you happen to win the part 3 against me.
If I win, I will be taking you.
I win part 2 of the HOH, meaning that Gina Marie and myself will be in part 3. If I'm unable to play my way into the final 2, I need to ensure that Gina Marie is willing to bring me with her.
I really do think if Spencer got there, he could beat us. Because he was like, always on the block, every card was stacked against him, you know, like, and making it to the finals would be amazing. I think I'm playing for second place with you. I backstabbed so many of those people and you didn't.
I feel like I have nobody.
If the jury's bitter, they're 100% gonna go for you over me.
If I happen to win that last HOH, that's my whole dilemma. I'm probably gonna go with Andy, but jury votes wise, I mean, I don't think I could beat the kid. I think he deserves it so much more than Spencer does. It's such a big thing from 50 to 500. It changed my whole life. I don't want to make a mistake by taking the wrong person and I get no votes because everybody loves him. I just don't know what to do. Oh, Andy.
Andy will now face off against Gina Marie, and one of them will be guaranteed a seat in the final 2. But ultimately, the winner of Big Brother will be chosen by the jury. And just days ago, they gathered and were schooled in the art of Big Brother by one of the best to ever play the game.
Oh my God, it's Star Wars!
Hello, house guests. Oh, hi. How are you? Hi. Amanda, how are you? Nice to see you. Have a seat. Get comfortable.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here, guys.
How am I really here?
As you guys know, I'm a former Big Brother winner, but I'm also a former jury member, so I know what it's like to sit in your shoes, guys. Before we get started, who do you think is going to be joining us as a jury member?
If they were smart, they'd evict Andy.
I agree. I think it's about time that Andy got a taste of his own medicine.
I would like to see McCrae. He had such drive and ambition, and then halfway through the game, it just all flew out the door, and McCrae was no longer this enthusiastic player.
Guys, let's find out who is going to be juror number 8. Come on out.
Oh my God. Good night.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Let's see, Andy won HOH, Andy won veto.
Andy voted me out.
Oh, I know. Do you know about the exterminators now? Yep. They told me everything. They told me about the exterminators. They told me about the vote. Alyssa, I'm sorry. Little did I know.
Sucks, doesn't it?
I just want to say I was the first guy in the jury house with all these girls, and I've never seen anything like it. It was a battle zone.
Do a few weeks in the jury house fix the problems in these relationships?
No.
I came in the house. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not even mad at Andy for lying to my face. I'm not mad at Alyssa for being passive aggressive.
I'm not used to being around people that are as in your face. And so if I said things that were passive aggressive, I didn't mean it.
You go through a traumatic experience and it's supposed to be like, oh, the game is over, I forget everything you said.
Candace, the reason why you don't like me is because I wanted Howard gone from a game standpoint.
I'm not mad at you for wanting Howie out of the game. That is the point of the game. I get it. I don't like you, and that's it. It's not killing me. Everything's happy in Candyland. You're just not there with me. Duh.
All right, next.
Who owes Candyland an apology?
I mean, Aaron and I have exchanged apologies, and actually, Aaron and I have become really, really good friends, and we've learned
I'm sure
a
you
lot.
guys are like best buds.
Candace and I actually got along the entire
We got along
time.
the entire
More than
time.
anybody else.
Did she help you make your bed in the jury house? Guys, I'm all for you guys yelling at each other. In fact, I encourage it, but let's move on. Let me ask this question. Did Gina Marie make the biggest move of the summer?
Oh, yeah. She made the move everyone was too afraid to do.
What is that move?
Getting Amanda out. I mean, I was so jealous because I wanted to do it, but I mean, she did it, and I was so proud of her.
She did it flawlessly. The girl has guts.
It's not what she did, it's what she didn't do.
What did she not do?
She did not really play the game up until she joined the Exterminators Alliance.
She kicked you out.
Exactly, and she got into the Exterminator Alliance, and they most likely advised her to do so.
I think it's awesome that you couldn't manipulate her because you could manipulate so many people, and the fact that you couldn't manipulate her makes me want to vote for her even more.
But I came here to play a game, and for me, a lot of things were personal.
Candace, it sounds like you are voting solely based on character.
Yeah, Gina Marie really hurt me.
What's the single best move that Andy made that could win him this game?
I think finally, like, working with a group at the end, you know, and settling for it and not being such a floater. I think he was so scared about being a floater this whole time.
So his big move is deciding to not be a floater now that he's in the final three? I mean, that sounds like the world's worst big move.
Framing me for the vote to get Amanda out.
Andy did backstab people, and at what point does that play into it? You know,
It doesn't.
That's your opinion, though. Like maybe
It's a lot of people's opinion because it's a game.
He's just cute when he's backstabbing you. Damn it! Like, I don't know.
Don't vote on who your friend is, though. Vote on the gameplay that you actually think needs to win the game, you know?
You don't like Gina Marie because of your social interaction with her, yet you guys all seem to forgive Andy.
He never got personal.
And Andy knew how to say things to people. He was very well-spoken. Gina Marie was very blunt. If we were going to give it on those two people, I think Andy just played a more tactful game.
But Amanda's very blunt.
Oh, I know, and that's why I know she'd go before me.
Stop. Did he just say?
My whole plan was originally to cut you at the very end.
I figured that although we always had a final two, I never thought that you would take me to the final two because you thought that I would win over you, which I probably would have.
Were any of you guys nominated against Spencer when you were evicted?
I was.
I was.
That's a lot of you guys. 6 out of 8. I mean, why didn't you guys vote him out?
But people are keeping Spencer around because they know that they can beat him. So he has really no blood on his hands. And that's why he's made it so far, in my opinion.
I'm pretty good at Big Brother, and one of my strategies was never getting blood on my hands. I'm not saying Spencer and I had the same game by any means. I'm just saying that not getting blood on your hands is a viable strategy in my opinion.
They say in Big Brother that, you know, pawns go home, but he was the biggest pawn and he hasn't gone home yet. There's something to be said about that, I think, in this game.
That is amazing that he's went on the block that many times and never went home, but at the same time, like, what else has he done besides that?
He survived losing his best friend Howard in the game. He survived the demise of the moving company. I mean, he's had to really kind of fight from the beginning.
From the beginning, he's had the
there.
toughest road out of anyone else that's in the house right now.
Are you deciding here who's the nicest person and who you would like to have over for Thanksgiving dinner? Or are you deciding who is the biggest badass who tricked all of you guys?
I mean, I honestly am not set on one person.
I implore you to decide how you want to vote. Don't let anyone else influence you. At this point, I think it's appropriate that you guys come up with the questions that you can pose to the final players. Those questions are extremely, extremely important because they could have a huge influence, despite what you think now, on your final vote.
Coming up, we'll crown the final head of household live. Plus, you've been voting all week for America's favorite house guest. I'll announce the winner of that $25,000 prize later in the show. Stay with us. Welcome back to the season finale of Big Brother. It's time to crown the final HOH of the summer. This HOH will have to immediately decide whom he or she wants to evict and whom he or she wants to compete against for the $500,000 grand prize. Let's head to the backyard and get things started. House guests, for the last time this season, the power is up for grabs. Gina Marie, Andy, as winners of the first 2 rounds of the HOH competition, the 2 of you will now go head-to-head in round 3. It's time to see how well you know the members of the jury. I will read the beginnings of statements made by each of the 8 members of the Big Brother jury. For each, I'll give you the choice of 2 possible endings. You must decide how you think the juror completed that statement. The answer will be either A or B. For every correct answer, you'll receive 1 point. Whoever has the most points at the end of 8 questions will tip the scale in their favor and be crowned the final head of household. Are you both ready?
Oh, yeah.
Then let's begin. Question 1. Candace said, the most shocking moment in the house was A, when Aaron flipped my mattress, or B, every time I took someone to Candyland. Answers, please. I need an answer. All right, let's hear what Candace said.
The most shocking moment in the house was when Aaron flipped my mattress.
Which makes the correct answer A. You both got it right. You both get a point. Reset. Moving on to question 2. Jesse said, the moment in the house that irritated me the most was A, when Helen didn't follow through with our plan to evict Amanda, or B, when I fell off the wall and didn't get back into the house. Answers, please. Let's hear what Jesse said.
The moment in the house that irritated me the most was when Helen didn't follow through with our plan to evict Amanda.
Which makes the correct answer A. You both got it wrong. We move on. You're still both tied at 1 point apiece. Question 3. Helen said, the most uncomfortable moment in the house was A, watching Judd plead for his life, or B, when Jeremy yelled at everyone about drinking the wine. Answers, please. Let's hear what Helen said.
The most uncomfortable moment in the house was watching Judd plead for his life.
Which makes the correct answer A. Andy, you got it right, and the scale is slowly tipping in your favor. Reset. Question 4. Aaron said, if I had to spend a romantic evening with a house guest, I'd choose A, Judd, because he has manners, or B, David, because we didn't get enough time together. Answers, please. Let's hear what Aaron said.
If I had to spend a romantic evening with a house guest, I'd choose Judd because he has manners.
Which makes the correct answer A. You both got it right. You both get a point, but Andy is still in the lead with 3 points. Gina Marie, you have 2. Reset. Question 5. Amanda said, the moment in the house that I'm afraid to have my friends and family see is A, none. This is who I am. Or B, every single one. Answers, please. Let's hear what Amanda said.
The moment in the house that I'm afraid to have my friends and family see is every single one.
Which makes the correct answer B. Andy, you got that right. The scale is tipping in your favor even more with 4 points for you, 2 for Gina Marie. Reset. Question 6. Alyssa said, the house guest whose behavior I was most shocked by was A, Amanda, because being a bully is never acceptable. Or B, Erin, because everything about her is cute and adorable except for her personality. Answers, please. I need an answer, Gina Marie.
Sorry.
Let's hear what Alyssa said.
The house guest whose behavior I was most shocked by was Erin, because everything about her is cute and adorable except for her personality.
Which makes the correct answer B. Gina Marie, you got that one right. You now have 3 points. Andy has 4. Reset as we move on to question 7. Judd said, my biggest regret in the game was A, not working closer with Helen. Or B, quitting the super veto comp. Answers, please. Let's hear what Judd said.
My biggest regret in the game was not working closer with Helen.
Which makes the correct answer A. Neither of you got it right. Neither of you get a point. Reset as we move to the last question. Right now we have Andy ahead by 1 point. McCrae said, the best thing about being in the house was A, I don't know, I guess being with Amanda. Or B, free food. Answers, please. Let's hear what McCrae said.
The best thing about being in the house was free food.
Which makes the correct answer B, and it makes Andy the final head of household. Congratulations, Andy. It is now up to you to decide whom you would like to evict and whom you want to be sitting next to when you face the jury tonight. I'll be back in just a few moments for your decision, Andy.
You got B, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Jim, girl, you did fine.
Thank you.
My lady, you look fine. You did fine.
Thank you.
That's tough.
Who will Andy choose to face off against for the $500,000 prize, and who will walk out of the Big Brother house empty-handed? Stay with us.
Here you go, you may help me
Thank
out.
you.
Because I was just like,
one I got
well, because
right.
I was like,
I said the
well, 'cause
Erin one.
I
Thank
forgot
you.
because I was thinking of how Alyssa hated Amanda, but then I was right before Alyssa left, she liked Amanda.
I actually thought of the right one with Amanda, but I switched the.
Welcome back to the live season finale of Big Brother. Just minutes ago, Andy became the final head of household of the summer. Now he must choose to evict either Gina Marie or Spencer, automatically ensuring the remaining house guests a spot in the final 2. Let's head to the living room for his decision. Andy, you are now guaranteed at least second place and the $50,000 prize. But you have a huge decision ahead of you. By deciding whom to evict, you are also deciding who will stay and sit next to you when you face the jury later tonight. Make the wrong choice, and it could cost you $500,000. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Julie.
Please stand and cast your vote to evict.
Spencer, my word has been good to you this entire game, and you're one of my best friends, if not my best friend in this house. But I gave Gina Marie my word on night 1. Spencer, I have to vote to evict you. I'm sorry.
It's official. Spencer, you are the last person to be evicted from the Big Brother house.
Good luck, everybody.
Thank you
Love
so
y'all.
much. Thank you, Andy.
Congratulations, buddy. Oh my God, you did awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, Spencer. Thank you. Please have a seat.
I'd love to. Look at my beautiful girlfriend down there.
God. Oh my God, I'm guaranteed $50,000.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Andy.
Was that okay? Like, that was good?
That was awesome.
Okay.
The questions are rocked. How would you got 5 right?
I got 5 right. I missed Judd and I missed Alyssa.
Judd and I missed Amanda.
Okay.
Oh my God. Well, now we got to hear from the Peanut Gallery.
Spencer, Andy said he was loyal to you, but apparently he was more loyal to Gina Marie.
Yeah.
Is that shocking to you?
No, not really. I was always worried about the depth of the relationship. And no, it's really not shocking to me at all. I mean, I'd love to still be sitting in.
He said he was going to take you to the final two.
Yes,
Oh, without a doubt.
So why do you think
he did it?
he did it?
Doubt in my mind.
You know, Andy's a pretty good dude. Really, he was loyal to Gina Marie this entire game. And he was loyal to me for a very long time. I don't have any hard feelings about it necessarily.
It's weird walking out without your bag.
You know, he just stuck with GM, and good for him.
But you were pretty shocked when he evicted you now, no?
You know, I really
You
kinda,
didn't see that coming.
No, I mean, I kind of did, Julie. You can't be sitting in the house with these people this long and not kind of know their tales. He's kind of been avoiding me the past few days. And, you know, when I'd ask him point blank, he would kind of hem and haw and kind of give me a roundabout answer. And he wouldn't really just, you know, nail it down like I wanted him to. So I kind of saw it coming, to be honest with you.
Well, you should feel proud of one thing. You survived nominations 8 times. You were never the target. You broke the curse of the pawn always goes.
I know. That's amazing. Another record I was hoping to break in the house. You know, maybe competitions or something, but you know.
Final thoughts, Spencer?
Final thoughts, this was just an amazing experience. I loved every single second of it, the entire 90 days. To be honest with you, after the moving company stuff, I didn't know I was going to be around this long. So, I mean, every day was a blessing, and I'm so fortunate to be able to participate in Big Brother, my favorite TV show.
Well, you are now the 9th member of the jury, and you will be reunited with them in just moments when you all get to vote for who you think should win Big Brother.
Okay.
Thank you, Spencer.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Up next, the final 2 is revealed to the jury, and they've got some explaining to do. The jury's live interrogation is next. Stay with us. Welcome back to the season finale of Big Brother. The fate of the finalists now rests in the hands of the jury. Please welcome Candace, Jesse, Helen, Aaron, Amanda, Alyssa, Judd, and McCrae. Well, welcome back, everybody. As you can see, there are only 8 of you here right now, and that's because it was only moments ago that the last person was evicted from the house. Anyone want to guess who it could be? Helen, who do you think is juror number 9?
Andy would be the smartest choice because I think if Andy makes it to the end, he will have the most votes. But we'll see.
So you're not giving me a name. All right, well, let's see who juror number 9 is. Come on out.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
All right, let's bring everyone up to speed. Just moments ago, Andy won the last HOH competition of the summer. Obviously, he chose to take Gina Marie to the finals with him, evicting Spencer. Now, before each of you vote, you will get a chance to question the final 2. We have asked you guys as a group to come up with 3 questions for each finalist. Have you guys agreed on these questions?
Yes.
Well, then let's get things started, shall we? Gina Marie, Andy, I am here right now with the jury, and in just a few moments, they will be voting for the person they want to win Big Brother. But before they do, they have some questions for the two of you.
Bring it on.
Here we go.
All right, let's get started. Amanda, you're up.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Gina Marie, prior to joining the Exterminators, it seemed you didn't make any big game moves. What's your biggest game move other than getting me out?
Well, Amanda, you're a tough cookie, and you know, it's all in a game move. I would say probably my biggest game move, you know, even my choice was to put you, McCrae, up was pretty much for a while now. So I would probably say my biggest game move would probably getting you out, even though I needed a team to actually get you out.
Other than getting me out?
I know it's other than getting you out, but that was my decision before the Exterminators. And that was my biggest game move would be you, putting you, McCrae, up.
All right, moving along. Alyssa, your question.
Andy, hi, Precious.
Hi, Alyssa.
Prior to you joining the Exterminators, what was your biggest game move?
Alyssa, my biggest game move prior to joining the Exterminators was aligning with Amanda and McCrae. I basically, with being aligned with them and being as tight with them as I was, no one else in the house knew how close I was with them, and Amanda can attest to this. Every week, at least 1 or 2 people would try to get me to flip the house, and every week I would report back to Amanda, and that person would go home. And nobody knew what a threat I was, and I feel like the fact that everyone kind of like brushed me off was one of my biggest assets, and I feel like my loyalty to them and the fact that I was so adequately able to play both sides of the house was my biggest game move. Or that, or convincing you to put up Nick week 2 after Jeremy won the POV.
All right. Got a lot of moves in you there, Andy. Helen, what's your question?
Gina Marie, what was the biggest obstacle you had to overcome in the game?
Wow, my biggest obstacle, you know, I play with my heart, and I always said I can always be just the best me. Probably the biggest obstacle would probably having Nick leave. It was, you know, really heartbreaking, and I really think I could recover from it. But having, you know, such good friends and good company, it made me pull through and made me even a better person, and I still miss him to this day.
Thank you.
All right. McCrae, your question?
All right, let me get this thing going here. Andy, you always said you would be a bitter jury member if someone you trusted stabbed you in the back. So since you stabbed everyone in the back, why should we vote for you?
McCrae, I know that I stabbed everyone in the back, and I feel terrible about it, but I basically said that to cover my own ass. I didn't want anyone stabbing me in the back, and so I had to threaten to be a bitter jury member. I would not have been a bitter jury member. I appreciate a good game, and I really think that I played the game that deserves to win this. Every week of this game, except for week 4 when Judd lied about Caitlyn, I knew what was going on, and I feel like I was instrumental in getting every person out. I got everything I wanted in this game, and it's because I played a really strong strategic game all the way through, and I'm sorry that I had to backstab all of you because I love you so much. I promise I do. I'm not a terrible person.
Candace, what's your question?
My question is for Gina Marie. Gina Marie, since you personally offended many members of the jury, including calling all of us cockroaches, why should we give you the money?
Well, as you guys know, the cockroaches rank was when Nick left. It was totally shocking for me, and I acted the way I acted because I was totally shocked. And to give me the money would change my life, would change my family's life, and it can all make all my dreams come true. And I only could be the best Gina Marie that I can possibly be, and I play with my heart. I always think positive, and I always try to have a smile on people's faces, and hopefully I achieve that in the house because I really do think there's something special in every single one of you, and I know we shared a certain connection and a bond with everyone, and I thank you guys.
Jesse, your question.
Andy, knowing you need 5 votes to win Big Brother, why did you lie to so many jurors unnecessarily?
It was partly because I'm a coward, and I'm telling you, I love you all so much. It just would have broken my heart to have to live in the house with you knowing that I was going to vote you out. And so For that, I really do apologize, especially to you, because you're someone who I really cared about in this house, and I didn't like having you in the dark all week. But I was scared because I didn't want you upset with me, essentially. And so I do apologize for that. But I mean, the other aspect of it is, if I kept everyone in the dark, they couldn't rat me out or say anything that I had done before they were out the door. And so if I kept people in the dark and they left, there was yet again, my ass was covered. You know, if like you were mad at me and I told you on Monday that I was planning on getting you out or voting you out, you would have had all week to say terrible things about me and slander my name, and I never gave anyone that chance because I was playing such a fine line between a lot of people. I didn't want people talking.
All right. Spencer, you get to ask the last question. You only get to ask one question to either Gina Marie or Andy.
Okay, Andy, you just cost me a whole lot of money, bro. Why should I give you $500,000?
You should give me $500,000, Spencer, because I have played such a strong game. And one of the main reasons that I took Gina Marie is because I knew you would all be questioning my loyalty and saying that I wasn't loyal. My problem in this game was that I was loyal to a fault until I had to stab someone in the back, and I knew you'd be upset about that. I promised this woman right here on night 1 of this game that I would never backstab her and that I would have her back throughout everything. Every time I was HOH, I never nominated her, and I did. I carried through. That is the thread of loyalty that I think you all thought my game was missing, that I kept. I kept my word to this woman all the way through the game, and that's, I mean, one of the reasons I didn't want you to win the veto when we were playing against each other in the hold or fold is because I wasn't going to put her up, and everyone wanted me to, and I wanted to keep my word to her. And so I think that I've played a well-rounded game, and this final move shows that I did have that loyalty element that I think a lot of you think I don't have.
Thank you, Andy. Gina Marie, Andy, I will be back in just a few moments when you'll each have an opportunity to make a final statement to the jury. When we return, Gina Marie and Andy have one last chance to plead their case, a speech that could be worth $500,000. Stay with us.
What am I going to say? Biggest game we're getting.
Are you guys set?
Wow, they think of those questions all on their own? Woo!
Welcome back to the live season finale of Big Brother. The jury is just moments away from casting their votes to determine who will win Big Brother. But before they do, let's check back in with Gina Marie and Andy. Gina Marie, Andy, it is now time for the jury to cast their votes. But first, you each have a chance to tell them why you deserve to win. Gina Marie, you're up first.
I gotta say, first night I walked in here, I said, gotta be the best looking crew around. I gotta say, you guys really do look awesome, I have to say. You guys basically know me. I'm Gina Marie. First night, I threw it out on the table, my accent, my personality, everything in this game, every deal and every handshake I shook, I kept, and I played loyal. And this is just an amazing opportunity, and I'm only me. I'm Gina Marie, and that's how I played. I feel like I made a connection with every single one of you. You guys are unique and special in your own certain way, and I'm really glad to meet every single one of you. And if there's any way I defended anyone, I'm sorry. In heat of the moment, I do have a little bit of that Italian, you know, arguments and stuff, but I really do appreciate all of you. If you do vote, you'll have a nice parting gift from me. And I just wish you all the best of luck, and with your families, with any careers and any jobs, and all your families. And I thank you for sharing your lives with me. Thank you.
Andy, quickly, please.
Hi. All right, you guys, I played this game with my heart and I played this game with my mind. I played it with my heart, and I mean that with every ounce of my being, that every personal connection that I established with you, I meant. But I played it more with my mind. Every day I would lay in bed and think to myself, what can I do to make sure I am not a target next week? And I think that I accomplished that. I don't think I was ever on anyone's radar. I don't think I was ever in danger in this house. And I made moves that adapted to every situation that I was in. Like when Judd came back, I was terrified that a juror came back, but I instantly pulled him aside, and I knew that was my move that I had to take to get rid of Amanda and McCrae. And I told them all I could trust were Gina Marie and Spencer. That's how the Exterminators was formed, you guys. That was one of the most powerful alliances in the house. When I was with Amanda and McCrae, they were the most powerful alliance in the house. Everywhere I went in this game, people went home because of me and because of what I was doing and because of how I was playing both sides, and every move that I made was expertly calculated. And I know that I hurt some of your feelings, and I know that I cost some of you the money, but just understand that every move that I made took so much thought, and it got me to this point. And I love all of you, and I respect whatever decision you make, but I will really respect your decision if you vote for me to win, because I think I deserve
Andy.
to.
All right. Jurors, it is time to vote for who you think should win Big Brother. One at a time, you'll each step up to the voting box and insert the key for the person you think deserves to win the game. Candace, you're first.
I'm proud to cast this vote for someone who I love and respect.
Jesse.
I'm voting for the person who I think played the most consistent game.
Helen.
You both are winners in my book. This is very hard for me to do, but I'm voting on the best game that I wish I had played, or could play.
I love you, Helen.
Aaron.
Congratulations. I love both of you so much, but this person's always been there for me, and I have to be there for that person.
Amanda.
I'm voting for the best person, the best player in this game.
Alyssa.
I'm voting for the person who had a flawless social game and made deals with everyone in the house, which ultimately led them to the final two.
Judd.
Congratulations, y'all, and let the best exterminator win.
We love you, buddy.
McCray.
Love y'all. I'm hoping whoever wins is gonna be buying drinks tonight.
And finally, Spencer.
All right, I'm voting for the person I feel was the very best player in this game, and as a fan of the game, it was truly an honor to be able to play with you.
Thank you, Spencer.
And with that, the voting is now complete. Up next, David, Nick, Jeremy, Caitlin, and Howard return with their thoughts on what's now being called the most controversial season ever. Stay with us. Welcome back to the season finale of Big Brother. Please say hello to David, Nick, Howard, Caitlin, and Jeremy. Welcome back, former house guests. It's good to see everybody back together again. Now, when the 5 of you were evicted, you all got to go home and watch the entire season unfold. And I know you have a lot of thoughts. The jury is still in the dark about a lot of the things that you guys witnessed. We're gonna get to your thoughts in just a minute, but I have to get to something with Amanda because you have been going crazy trying to figure out the MVP.
Yeah, don't you what?
You were nominated twice by the MVP. Mm-hmm. Who do you think was the MVP?
By process of elimination, I think the MVP was America.
You are right. You are right. You're half right. The first 3 weeks we did it, it was Alyssa.
Yeah.
The last 3 weeks we did it was America. Both times you were nominated by America.
Oh, well, thank you, America.
What do you think about that?
You know, when people first asked me like who I thought MVP was, I really thought it was someone in the house. I didn't think I was disliked as much as I was, but walking out onto the stage that first time and hearing 50% boos, suddenly I was like, it could be America.
Okay. You're a sharp one, Amanda.
I'm definitely not dull, Julie.
That is for sure. Let me turn to Howard. What surprised you the most when you were at home watching Big Brother?
Oh man, definitely. I guess the severity of which some of the comments were taken, just how America in general took the show. Being in the house, me coming in, I was kind of weary of some things that probably would happen, but I never knew the depth of which all of it was being perceived.
What kind of comments are you referring to?
I mean, any racial, personal things that were just so consistent. I wasn't privy to that being in the house, but getting out of the house, like seeing it for myself. Like I didn't even watch like the live feeds or the After Dark at all because it just infuriated me. I felt bad for my cast members, both, you know, if they said these things or they didn't say these things. And my sincere prayer to anyone who has said anything like that, I mean, it's more than one person, of course, is that, you know, you grow from this, you mature from this, you own this, and hopefully there's a change from the inside out because anybody can, you know.
The ugly comments that you're referring to made national headlines. You guys did. Spencer, what is your reaction to what you just heard?
Oh, it's unfortunate if there's, you know, a bunch of people out there that are upset with the language that was said in this house and ugly comments that were made and that kind of thing. Yeah, it's terrible. I hate it. I hate it brought bad publicity on the show, if it did. Did I say anything, Julie?
We don't have enough time right now, okay? I want to get to Jeremy. I'm sorry. Jeremy, what surprised you the most?
I guess being a mama's boy, I didn't realize that, you know, like, I don't mean to call anybody out, but Helen, you know, she used the mom thing to her advantage, you know, like, I don't know, the crying thing, it like really, it threw me off hardcore, and whether it was true or not, like, it was perceived in some different ways, and that really shocked me. And you know, I'm not saying she used it on me personally. I'm just saying, like, in general, some of the things.
Wait a minute. Helen, you're saying it was fake tears or real tears?
No, they were definitely real tears. I mean, I actually at one point turned to Alyssa after he yelled at us across the kitchen counter, and I said, he's joking, right? Because I really didn't think anyone could possibly say things like that to us.
Yes, but were any of the tears fake ever in the house?
You know, I'll say this, when it came to Jeremy, out of all the cast members, he evoked the most emotion out of me.
Okay.
There were other times, yes, I shed some waterworks. I'm not an actress, but I can get emotional, and I do sometimes take things personally, and you try not to in the game, but it's hard not to.
Well, I do have some good news for everyone. We still have another prize to give out tonight. All week long, America has been voting for America's favorite house guest. And whoever gets the most votes will be going home with $25,000. And I'll announce the top 3 favorite house guests in just a bit. And we want to say a big thank you to you at home for making this one of Big Brother's most socially engaged seasons of all time. This summer, we saw a 500% increase in fan votes. Up next, it's the moment of truth. Gina Marie or Andy, who will leave the Big Brother house with the $500,000 grand prize? Stay with us.
Hi, Nick!
Welcome back to the season finale of Big Brother. After being totally cut off from the outside world for a record-breaking 90 days, it's finally time to crown the winner. Gina Marie, Andy, I'm about to reveal the jury's votes. The winner will receive $500,000, and the runner-up, $50,000. I will pull the keys from the box, revealing whom each juror chose to win the game. You will need at least 5 votes to win. Spencer's vote goes to Andy. McCrae's vote goes to Andy. 2 votes Andy, none for Gina Marie. Judd voted for Gina Marie to be the winner of Big Brother. Alyssa's vote goes to Andy. We have 3 for Andy, 1 for Gina Marie. Amanda's vote goes to Andy to be the winner of Big Brother. Aaron's vote goes to Gina Marie. We have 2 for Gina Marie, 4 for Andy. Helen's vote goes to, congratulations, Andy. You are the winner of Big Brother. Gina Marie, Andy, come on out. Find out when we return. Welcome back to Big Brother. Big congratulations again to Andy. For the record, Jussie and Candace also voted for you, so you won 7-2. Why don't you hold on to these? Nick, I don't know, look kind of cozy over here.
I've been waiting for this all.
I know you have, my dear. There is another prize at stake, 25 grand for America's favorite house guest. The top 3 vote getters were Judd, Alyssa, and Howard. Wow. And America's favorite house guest is... Congratulations, Alyssa. Thank you to all of our house guests for an unbelievable season. From outside the Big Brother house, I'm Julie Chen. We'll see you next summer. Have a great night, everyone.